Hey, folks, Automatic here for Automatic Games. Yes, it's Battlestar Galactica Deadlock tonight. First and foremost, I want to put my apologies out there for Di and Rob, who offered to sail tonight. I've been itching to play this, itching to get back into it. And I put the... Well, honestly, I've had this itch for strategy games lately. And so I played some Kerbal. I played some Civilization. Did I play any others? Not that I can recall. Anyways, then I watched that review of Battlestar Galactica Deadlock that I posted in my Discord, and that did it. I was like, oh damn. The reason I said oh damn is because part of the review is talking about the amount of content that's in this game, and I still haven't made it past the first section, the core game. So I've never made it to, I don't know. It's almost like I'm on the first chapter and I've never gotten by the first chapter, and it's a 5-chapter book. So it's a little bit. I think that'd be the most accurate way of describing how much I haven't touched this game. And so it's weird. I'm back into it late last night. I managed to slip in one game. One battle, that is. But it wasn't one of the story missions. I refuse to do that. Every story mission will be streamed, and that's something I've tried to do with these streams, so ultimately I can string them all together in a playlist, is that in a stream, my first mission will be a story mission, right? And then usually I do another one. In this case, that other one will probably be whatever's going on here. It's called war tourism. It's probably some tourists that are just in the wrong area, I would suppose. Let's see. I don't know if I'm getting audio from the game. Either that or no, the audio is just real low. Okay, so there are 12 colonies in this star system. Obviously, there's 4 stars, right? But it's all one system. And each colony has a fleet designated to it. That's taken a long time. It's probably why I haven't gotten past what we might call Chapter 1. I guess technically they call it Season 1. Now, these big ships represent a Battlestar, which is the cream of the crop in terms of ships that we can produce at this point. The particular Battlestar in question is a, what class is this? At any rate, it's the one reminiscent of the late 70s show. Yeah, it should show me what, it's sad. I don't remember what class it is. It's Artemis or something like that. I think it is Artemis class. Anyhow, each colony has one and an accompanying fleet with which to protect said colony. Other than that, I've got a few floater fleets that are just out there. For instance, if I want to get a new ship out to a particular fleet, I've got a couple escort fleets. There's one. Essentially, any ship smaller than a Battlestar kind of represents a transport fleet, which in battle I don't have much hope for them, but they are what they are. They have a purpose. Anyhow, I think we'll look at the briefing for today's mission. It appears to be taking place up by Vergon. So we will kind of appraise ourselves of who is in command of that fleet and what ships they have at their disposal. So let me find them. It's going to be Fleet Group 86, BSG 86, which I guess is Battlestar Group. The flagship is called Thanatos. It's got 2 heavy carriers, 2 frigates, and 2 light carriers. So in other words, this fleet is very fighter heavy, is what I'm getting. I'll find out more details as I load up the fleet, but yeah, this is the Vergonese, I guess, or Vergon fleet, commanded by Yumi Barstow, who also appropriately hails from Vergon. She's a commander. And in terms of her abilities, she excels at navigation. She's kind of an explorer by trade, but we're all core fleet battle commanders now. So I think that'll do it. Now, that said, the Cylons could attack me before I can begin this operation. Let's see if they do that.
Detected a base star group, sir. Detected a Cylon escort fleet, sir.
Okay, well, which fleet do I want to use against said Cylons? Do I want to use 3 supply ships or Battlestar Group 82? Let's go for Battlestar Group 82.
A fortified colony is under attack.
The chance of victory, if I just leave it alone, 100%. Chance of casualties is 5%. And the math I go by is that if it's 15% or lower in terms of chance of casualties, I don't play it. And I cross my fingers that I won't lose a ship. And I did not.
A fortified colony is under attack.
Well, this is weird because this one's 16%. let's auto resolve it. Yeah, let's allow for margin of error. Maybe 3% margin of error. Watch, the next one will be 19%. Here we go. Don't lose the ship. Good. Okay, that brings us to Chapter 11, Sinon Quade. Shit, I didn't do the briefing. I need to do the briefing. Okay. Wow, that sucks. I just can't do it from this screen. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, so we'll postpone. I'll repair those fleets. We'll do our briefing here in a moment. What a crock. It's government work, you know? We're going to be late to this show. Hey, by the way, I hope this stream finds you well. I am doing good. In fact, I picked up Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, the Lego game today, for Billy, and so that's kind of cool. We might even stream that, to be honest. Let's do that briefing. Chapter 11, Sinon Quade. And Sinon Quade is he's kind of in the officer corps. He's a scientist, though. He's not a military officer, but still part of the colonial military, I think. He wears a uniform. Anyhow, the dude he's as sus as it gets. So I'm pretty sure we figured out that he has sold technology to the Cylons, or maybe they coerce it out of him. I don't know.
We've received a communique from Libran, sir. It's Admiral Kane, and she's not happy.
We are at war, Commander. We cannot afford traitors to flourish in our ranks unpunished. The Quorum wants Sinon brought to the intercolonial courts on treason charges immediately. Capture him. Alive. Otherwise, I'll have you and Agathon escorted from the Daedalus in handcuffs.
Commander, Sinon didn't have time to disable his navigation transponder before jumping, so we've got
Does
a
she
pretty good
suspect
pin on his
us?
location. Priority objective is to retrieve Sinon from the Cylons, alive. Then maybe we can go looking for Galactica before Kane changes her mind and relieves us anyway.
Helena, does Admiral Kane think we're in on it? Like, if we don't catch this guy, she's going to arrest us? That's crazy. I mean, we're not. I imagine we're not on open frequencies anymore. Zul, how you doing? Good to see you. Son likes Lego Batman. Yeah, I liked all the Lego games, and I thought, you know, he's going to get into this. And he already has. Tonight we played a little bit, and it was hard to get him to bed. Suffice to say, he stayed up an hour later. Okay, the last set of jump coordinates from Sinon's shuttle has put him in orbit around Virgon. Hence why we're using Virgon's fleet. Cylon resistance is expected. Only Sinon is required alive. Everybody else can just die. We're going to get an ass ton of requisition points out of this, and a blueprint for the Jupiter-class Battlestar, that's like the star of the show. Okay, so it's about time it made its appearance. Alright, so all of that done. I have repaired the fleets. Have I not? I'm sure I have. Yes, I have. Okay, let's just hope we don't get attacked and risk a bunch of casualties before we complete this operation. One more time with this particular fleet. Thanatos is the flagship. It's a fighter-heavy fleet. It is commanded by Commander Barstow. Let's see what Barstow can do. I've probably seen it before, I just forget.
A fortified colony is under attack.
Okay, they can deal with that. Auto-resolve. Auto-resolve implies that I would resolve it, but it's AUTO. Just to clarify. Here we go. Chapter 11, Sinon Quade. Commander Barstow aboard the Thanatos. And her frackin' fleet. She said, get to it. She said we'll be placed under arrest if we don't capture the traitor alive. I think that's pretty screwed up. It's so if he commits suicide, if he offs himself, we get arrested. This doesn't seem fair. Well, we don't get. Well, yeah, we do. I'm hoping Commander Barstow gets arrested too. Then, no offense to her, but I'm putting this on her. This is her fleet. Fantastic this evening, just chilling out at work. Yeah. Thought you were speaking in third person. We'll auto resolve this. Alright, so this is the disposition of forces. All of the Cylon ships, or are they Cylon, or are they... Yeah, I think they're Cylon, would be my guess. A space station. And, okay. Gee, I guess I want my fleet over here. Over to the left, I think. And I don't know about formation. Man, it's been a minute. I'm going to put the Battlestar there. This heavy-ass carrier. And really, that's all it is. Its guns are adequate, which isn't saying much. But it doesn't have any missiles or anything like that. Just fighters and Raptors, which are kind of troop carriers. Multi-purpose, though. These are frigates. Yeah, 2 of those. Just kind of making a mess here with them. Then again, the frigates have missiles, so let's make sure they don't hit their own ships when they attempt to fire missiles. So we'll kind of put them to the front, I suppose. Okay, that's the frigates. And the light carriers. Light carriers have hell of a lot of guns, but no missiles of any kind. And I think I'll put them low because if I remember correctly, their guns are mostly pointed upward. I don't know why I'm having them lead the way. I think it's the fact that they have the guns. And if the Cylons or traitors are going to destroy something, I guess I'd rather them destroy my light carriers. Don't tell the commanders of those carriers that, or captains. And finally, the support ship. This thing can buff armor. It can change out payloads. And it's got change for a 20. Right now it's slated to be carrying guided missiles, but we're giving them nukes. We're going to give this thing a couple nukes. Because they're nukes. But it is just a couple of them. As opposed to like a large payload of guided ordnance or torpedoes, which are unguided. Let's see, the 2 light carriers are carrying what we call assault raptors. So raptors, kind of bombers. Can take out, they can harass capital ships anyway. The frigates both have a fighter complement. Yeah, okay. They're also carrying guided ordnance. The heavy carriers also will have 2 fighter squadrons each. That's a lot of squadrons. And then we'll go with another quote-unquote bomber, assault raptors. And yet another bomber squadron. So we have 4 of those happening. And as for the Thanatos, let's put a nuke aboard her, and then she can be reloaded by the supply ship. And it also has 2 squadrons. However, they're saying we just need a regular Raptor squadron for this mission, like one that can carry Marines, presumably to detain Sinon Quade. So we'll do that here. I think we've got plenty of fighters. I want to say that'll do it. All right, Commander. Oh, stand by, Commander. Hold your attack. Hail, Captain. Hey, Smoke, how you doing? Good to see you, man. Hope your prison wallets are ready. And Hawk, how are you this evening? Good to see you, man. The change for the 20 is the most important tidbit. I agree. I agree. They could be out of nukes and out of repair drones, but as long as they can break a 20, they're coming with. Never seen a hey Grayson, how you doing? Never seen a ship that large enough. I've never seen a ship large enough a ball of iron couldn't smash. Damn it. Fire cannons, we got shots. Sorry, I can't read. Artillery is reporting ready. Excellent. Rob, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. Thanks for popping by, folks. That's it's appreciated. I know this isn't high intensity stuff. It is something. It kind of sometimes is though for me. All right, you can begin your jump. Go ahead and do your jump now, Commander Barstow.
Prepare to jump in 3, 2, 1.
I'm rusty. Just gonna say it.
Contact. Commander, Sinon's got an impressive escort looking after him.
Gods above, Clothos. You promised I was under your protection.
Sinon, your communications are shared with the Daedalus, as were your jump coordinates.
Commander, you and Kane decided to double down and ignore Clothos' threat? What about Galactica? Helena, your sister is on that ship.
Please don't try to run, Sinon. We will shoot you down if you do.
Okay, so Helena, who is the major, that is kind of like my... Oh, what would you call that? Anyways, kind of my gopher. My adjutant. She, her sister is the commanding officer of the Galactica right now, I believe. And, the Galactica's missing. In fact, the Cylons say they know where it is. And this Clothos character, who I forgot to mention earlier, I have run into that Cylon before. And it's a weird one because Clothos seems rather reasonable. Other than the being a Cylon and you want to kill anything that has a pulse. It's reasonable. I don't know if they want to kill everything. I don't think they mind dogs and stuff. They just want to kill humans. No biggie. Okay, let's rush through here and launch every fracking thing we've got. Not missiles. I mean, launch all squadrons, damn it.
Launching fighters. Understood.
And again.
Yes, sir.
Every damn thing we've got. Otherwise, I think... God, I don't know. It's been too damn long. I feel like I should turn the whole fleet to port, but just because they've got 2 signatures over there, the other side, I'm seeing 6 of them. Of course, knowing my luck, I'll turn to port and a bunch of them will jump in. Then again, I don't know if they do that because they already have me outnumbered. That'd be pretty fracked. Yeah, okay. Turn the fleet. Tedious little maneuver this would be.
So say we all.
She agrees. I do love this game. I echo those sentiments, damn it. I'm telling you, it's a smoking. I watched that guy's review, and it was funny as hell, and then, like, near the end, the way he was talking up the game, I was like, yeah, I gotta play that again. Thing is, these heavy carriers hardly
Yes, Commander.
can hardly keep up with the rest of the fleet. So even this turn seems kind of pointless to me, but I guess better safe than sorry. Meanwhile, the supply ship can probably start buffing somebody's armor right now. And if anything, I'm thinking the starboard side of the Battlestar would be important. So we'll deploy plating, then we gotta get on the Battlestar.
Launching
It's not
drones.
the right side, it's the starboard side. Come on, Quade. Oh, and this guy probably doesn't want to fly out there alone, considering he's a light carrier.
Yes, sir.
And that'll do. We'll do that and launch everything.
For Colonial Fleet. For the 12 colonies.
Yellow Squadron is good to go.
Zul says so.
You didn't have to follow me out here. You could have left me out of your pointless fracking war.
You betrayed us to Cylons. What else are we supposed to do?
There's nothing I sold them that they wouldn't have figured out for themselves. The rebellion could have been put down years ago. Don't pin your failure on me.
Can you
Cut the
believe this guy?
communication.
He blames us for not winning the war after working with the enemy.
They weren't the enemy back then. Not until Colonial Fleet made them one.
Kill it. I mean, what are you gonna argue with him? This is not the Raptor in question, so I'm gonna find the Raptor that has the Marine team aboard. There it is. So Zul says, so what do you think? You think we die and a clone would be created that thought it was us whenever we teleported or used a transporter? A clone would be created that thought it was us. That'd be interesting. I think I just grasped what you said. Be an interesting approach, though. You go to the teleport thing could be a fraud if you had clones. You could just essentially shut down when you think you're getting into the teleporter. Why didn't this thing turn? Oh, it did. And activate the new clone. Raptor 69 to command. Raptor 62 command. Jump complete and jerk has been spotted. Weapons are hot. Engines are primed. Stay frosty, pilots. Roger that, Raptor 69 and 60. How does a Jupiter-class Battlestar just go missing? No shit. Like, this is it's the pinnacle of our fleet, you know? I don't have one yet. I don't have one. And they've lost one? Yeah, we lost that. Sorry about that. It's a Cylon plot, I tell you. I believe it is at least a plot. Just a suggestion. Scouts should be deployed ASAP for recon. Indeed. I'm especially curious about what's on our... Well, now it's to our front. These two. I mean, they could have... They could have some heavy ships over here, and I imagine they do, but here's... Well, we do have the Raptor that's got to deploy the Marines, and they have great radar, which is DRADIS in this, is what they call it. So that said, if I were to move this guy this way, if they launch fighters, I've got to revisit this and have them break off. I mean, that said, I will also be sending fighters to cover them. We'll assign something we'll call Red Squadron, which will just be a pair of fighters. They will move to... Hell, I don't know where that... There it is. Yeah, they'll defend this. Okay, so I've got 2 fighter squadrons moving off that way. I will take Captain Smoke's advice, and but I don't want to send the assault raptors yet, i.e. the bombers. I think I should send a pair of fighters off to the starboard as well. You know, I got one group going in with the Raptor. If the Raptor gets scared and just has to go, you know, full speed towards his objective, then at least the fighters can cover him and do some recon. There is a fighter squadron, but just one. Let's assign this. This will be Blue Squadron. If I can get one more. There he is. Make you part of Blue Squadron. You guys. Let's just select a target. Get. Not on that side. Yeah. Kind of right in the. No, not in the middle. Hit the flank. So that'll be our recon. We'll straighten the fleet out at least. I think the Battlestar should dive a little bit, just in case it wants to fire that nuke. The last thing I want is... And I'll do it too. I'll nuke my own ship on accident. That'd be no thing. Just another day on the bridge. Sorry, the CIC. I get my franchises mixed up. Hell, Battlestar probably calls them bridges too. Okay. Think everything's turned. We've got 4 fighters away, 1 Raptor squadron away. Everything else is staying close to home to protect the fleet from incoming ordnance. Was just thinking about it when I saw the hyperspace jump. I was like, what if you are deconstructed and killed when that happens? Makes you want to play No Man's Sky. Yeah, I've never played No Man's Sky. I've heard good things after bad things.
Watch your intervals, people.
Okay, I'm feeling like, yeah. So, okay, we've got enemy fighters, war driver squadrons. I don't exactly remember what that means, but he's got some kind of jamming mode active, and that's going to be the sphere around him. And hell, we've got fighters that need to be dealing with that.
Squadron target is confirmed.
Here's another fighter squadron that doesn't look like he's part of the one of the wings. We'll double up on this guy and then go after the next one. Everybody else just keep on trucking. Our fighters really haven't gotten very far. Our lead ships are going to throw up all the defenses they can, I guess. Which really is just a matter of posture. You just put them on defensive posture.
All hands on deck.
Might be an overreaction for whatever it is, a war driver squadron, but my ignorance on the matter makes me think let's just get defensive with the smaller, more vulnerable ships. I know there's another light carrier in here. There he is. The Aminet. Yep. Defensive. I'm gonna check my comms real quick. Someday I will have this game and we'll go cooperative with you, Otto. That would be fun. I have never played co-op on this. I mean, I know you can't necessarily do... Well, I don't think you can do the campaign, but you can do any battle you really want. I think they're finally packaging this game together with all the DLCs, too. According to that video I watched, anyways, that's how the dude made it sound. And Zol says in that someday is tomorrow. Okay, so we're defensive with the small ships. Fighters are going out. In fact, these 2 fighters are... no, they have to stay on that, don't they? Because they've got another little squadron heading in. An unknown target. In fact, this Raptor just needs to... honestly, just go do what you're supposed to do. Get aboard that space station and arrest that dude. And the fighters will follow you in. That's gonna have to do. We have not identified any of the enemy ships yet, except for that little squadron.
Hostile unit identified. Hostile unit identified.
Whew, they look like they're trying to board something, and that something would be our Battlestar, of course. Let's put it in defensive posture. Sucks. How did these guys get through? I mean, there's two of them. There were two of them to begin with, so both of them got through our fighter shield. It sucks. And then here comes two more. That's going to be the other mystery squadron. Okay, I'm gonna... You see, this guy's still trying to make it to the space station, and I'm tempted to give up his escort and have them double back. But at the same time, I'm worried about this little guy, not to mention these big ships. I mean, some ships are designed to fuck with fighters. And we have an ID on these two closest ships. They're not strong. They have a lot of little guns, which is scary for the fighters, for sure. And the Raptors. But it could be worse on that left flank, anyways. Alright. Well, the light carrier realizes that they are not being targeted, so they'll switch back to offensive posture.
Action stations.
And start opening up on that closest enemy light carrier. Same deal with the other one, which I think is right behind him. Well, scratch that. He'll just speed up. He's not really in a position to put guns on him. Yeah, I'm going to start getting aggressive with the smaller ships, with the intention of putting down those two light carriers. Those that can't get in there will just speed the hell up. I'm trying to mind missile clearance because these frigates, these little frigates, they've got a payload of missiles. Still thinking about the nuke, but I believe these war driver squadrons, this jamming shit, that's a non-starter. We fire any guided ordnance, they'll jam it. So until they get shot down, God, I don't know. What do you think? Should this fighter escort persist, escorting our Marines to arrest Sinon and Quade in order to defend it against these guys? Bear in mind that once the Raptor lands, they can't be destroyed. God, that's a lot of fighters. Never mind. I think I answered my own question. This over here is no joke. This is a Revenant class. It's essentially a gunship. It doesn't have any missiles, but my goodness, does it have guns. And our fighters are buzzing it right now. It's a lot of enemy fighters. I almost think they should come back. I wish I broke. I feel that. Zul, there's a theory that Star Trek transports work that way. Huh. Just shoot an armored truck with your side-loaded cannon and board them to take their loot. That's my go-to, but that's horrifying. My fear is, in my trash human research, the inability to assure transfer of consciousness. Sacrifice the smaller ships. Kinda. I think. I'm about to recall these fighters. Seems like they need to get back and deal with the pressure that's building here. In fact, I'll order them to defend. I mean, they didn't do great recon, but they did at least identify one serious threat, which we'll run a nuclear mission on it. once I'm pretty sure that we can fire a nuke. Alright, I feel like I missed something, but here goes. I'm gonna kind of keep this ship right here in range of the camera. This is the, it's the D-Dun? D-Dun? Okay, that's the D-Dun. We're hoping that its guns get on that other, enemy ship. And they're not. They're not firing at all. I don't think they don't have a firing arc.
Manual controls down.
Now they are. Meanwhile, something was getting hacked there for a minute. But it's over already. I do believe they were trying to hack the, Circuit, which is one of our heavy carriers. But it stopped. Did they get destroyed? You know what? I think they got destroyed. And moreover, I don't think they did not board our Battlestar. They were just buzzing it. Okay. We'll keep diving with these ships. We want to get those guns on that damn light carrier. I gotta figure out the name of it. So Talon. Those are Talons. Meanwhile, this guy cannot fire his missiles yet. I'm pretty sure he'll hit his own ship if he does. The Aminet will follow in its sister ship, I guess, and dive. They'll also adopt, they'll go to, not battle stations, what do they call it? Condition 1 throughout the ship. That's what the Battlestar Galactica commanders would say. And as for this, they're gonna dive too, because damn it, they gotta be firing a nuke soon. Like, now, honestly. Like, actually, so much now that forget that maneuver. He'll just come in like that. And we're gonna do it. Switch our posture to offensive. I don't know if that'll matter with a nuke, but fire nuke at that thing.
So say we all.
I don't think it'll destroy it, but I think, oh. Got a lot of incoming ordnance from these rear ships that have not been identified. Those are all pretty small guided missiles. But it does appear that our fighters, God, I don't know. I'm just hoping that our fighters are on it. The alternative is the Battlestar has a flak shield. But, hey, he would have hit his own ships if he fired it. Alright, well, we're just going to hope the fighters do what they can. I'll check comms. Keep them on target. I should take another look. These guys especially. Man, it just sucks. They don't have any, they don't have much in the way of little belly guns. They're really the only ones that can make a difference right now. Okay, I'm afraid to fire a missile with him. Alright, well, once our formation splits up a little more, I should be able to start putting some missiles out. But right now, I'm not liking the way this is going. Alrighty, Rob. Be well. Thank you for being here. And let's see what happens. I'm especially curious about these incoming missiles, so that's what I'll watch. Please start disappearing. Yes, okay. At least...
Missiles
no.
incoming!
No.
Sir, Marines have boarded and are securing the prisoner. Liebert marshals are en route. We need to ensure the handover site is clear of hostiles.
Yeah, I figured. We gotta destroy all these ships. Got it. Well, good. Sinon Quade is in our custody. Meanwhile, our fighters didn't put up the... They're trying. Okay, never mind. They're trying. That's just about as good as it's gonna get. As for, what is this? The Circuit again? Brace for impact. Because you're about to get hit. This guy does not have an arc on that ship down there. That's the thing, it's just so low.
So say we all.
And one of my only beefs with this game is that you can't invert the ships. I mean, you should be able to turn your ship upside down. It's fine, because you're in space. We got a shot, actually, with these frigates. They can finally fire. So let's put them, set them to condition 1 and go ahead and fire guided missiles at the further away target.
Missiles on their way.
Pretty sure they've got a clear. Yeah, they're totally clear for that.
Action stations ready.
Fire those missiles. Not that one. This one. We've identified 2 more Cylon ships, and this is, that is not good. There's 3 Revenants. These are ships that I'm kind of scared of. And there's 3 of them. That's great. It kind of sucks being rusty, and, is that our nuke? Yes, it is. Okay, so since the nuke's on its way out, let's get another nuke loaded in via the supply ship. Restock munitions, restock nuke. On the Artemis class
Supply raptors
Battlestar.
are ready.
Also, they were buffing plating on the starboard side. I think they can stop doing that and start deploying plating somewhere else on this thing. Rear. Bottom. They're getting hit a lot on the bottom, so let's go for that. Well, will that do it? We got 2 salvos of missiles out toward one of those smaller ships, and this stuff at our rear is just too damn concerning. But I've got another tool, and that is going to be the assault raptors, the bombers. We're going to assign them to a group called Green Squadron. I need to kind of find them all. Yep, assign you to a group called Green. I believe there's 4 of them. Green, and where's that last one? I don't know. Did I assign that one? Let's try it. Green. Sorry, a little repetitive reassigning these. I just want to be sure. That is all of them. I think they're going to go after the target that's getting nuked, just to seal the deal. I believe that's the center Revenant. That'll have to do. Yeah, here goes. Gotta make sure these missiles clear our ships. Oh, we did not nuke the one in the middle, we nuked that one.
What could they possibly have given you, Sinon, that was worth selling us out?
The same
Stop
as any
talking to
other
him.
client. I am a craftsman. My services were available to whomever could afford them. Cylons used to be tools, laborers. Klothos wanted the same thing I sold every other colony. Designs for tools to build. It doesn't matter what I did or didn't know about their intention. We were doomed before Klothos had ever contacted me. The question you should be asking, Helena, is why didn't your sister stop this war when she had the chance? Not that you'll ever get the chance to find out now.
Leave Sam out of this.
Hang up the phone. Alright, there we go. Got a regular chatty Cathy over there. And this guy, he has the right to remain silent. I would hope he would exercise said right. Okay, we want to keep our arc with the... no, we don't. Because if I start turning to starboard, those bigger ships will eat this little carrier alive. So his window has passed. God, this is just kind of tricky. What do we have here? Well, it's too much to keep up with. Heavy Raider Squadron. So that's carrying, yeah, that's borders. So, can we put, like, all the fighters and make sure that this one doesn't get through? And then we've got more ordnance coming in. Damn it. See, all I know is they have got to stop this boarding party. And I'm wondering, are the bombers capable of intercepting these missiles? Let's figure out which target, which of my ships these missiles are targeting. I'm gonna guess it's the Second or whatever it's called, because that's the one the Circuit, because they've already got it wounded a little bit. Okay, so we have missiles out towards this bastard. This guy that this is the guy that got nuked, one of the Revenants. Gotta put him down. This ship is close as well. It's the other Talon, the other weak carrier. Everything else is scary. Alright, let's see what happens.
Artemis is taking damage.
Shoot those missiles down, come on.
We've lost an Artemis, sir.
What? Holy shit. That was my flagship. That was my fucking flagship. It's the only one that's firing nukes. Oh, man, okay. Hey, Ranger, good to see ya. Can't sleep yet, tired, but here. Hola there. Hola. I can't believe I just lost my flagship. That's not good. So much for Commander Barstow. She's dead. I mean, what the hell did they hit me with? Or did it collide? It did not collide with one of our own ships. Flat out, it's just they're up against 3 Revenants. And the 3 Revenants, they used combined arms against the Battlestar. And it's just a matter of, the Circuit is going to be next, I bet. They're just going to go down the line, taking out the biggest ship to the smallest. Unless we can do something about them. Where's that damaged one? Right there. It's gotta go. Moreover, we can just go ahead and fire our short-range missiles. This is the bombers at this thing while they're on their way to the Revenant. Focus cannon fire on the Revenant. We need to shoot it down. Now, what about this other guy that we hit with missiles? He's actually still in pretty good shape. He took those missiles well, unfortunately. It's got to be a failed mission. I don't want it to be.
So say we all.
But it's almost got to be a failed mission without a Battlestar involved. Okay. The supply ship still has a nuke. They were trying to deliver a nuke. Hey, that's what happened. It was a big accident. They're trying to deliver a nuke to the Battlestar, but they do still have one. And they're going to speed up and try to deliver that nuke to one of these frigates. This frigate. And in fact, this particular frigate will batten down all the hatches. They'll just go into pure defensive mode until they confirm that they've received the nuke. And they'll also...
Understood.
There's no reason to steer to starboard, honestly. Maybe not true for this guy, because he is putting guns on the Revenant, but for the most part, I think the fleet needs to start breaking along. Well, fuck, we can't just run because the carriers are slow as hell. The Circa isn't not... This isn't... Yeah. The fighters, our fighters, seem to be operating independently and not doing bad work. Anyways, they are intercepting those heavy raiders. I also want to intercept this one out here before, I guess gets too close.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why are you turning like that? Just keep going. Actually, hit your thrusters and just go.
On it, Commander.
We're not quite at every ship for themselves, but I don't think anybody reacts well to seeing the flagship and the commander go down. Didn't it destroy it?
Missiles incoming!
Yeah, I see them. They're like in my face, and the Circa is gonna take them. But what can I say? This Circuit is already in defensive mode. She's turtling, She's got repair teams doing what they do, but... Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, let's deploy plating on the starboard side
Launching
of the
drones.
Circuit. It works so well for the Battlestar, we figure we'll do it there. We have got to start destroying enemy ships. We haven't destroyed one of them yet. This ballsy little carrier here is gonna try to take on the Revenant, because that Revenant is just barely hanging on. She's already got decompressions. This thing is weak, but it's got some guns. Might as well use what we got. Speaking of which, how is our ordnance? Still reloading. And then the nuke, I believe, is being delivered. Maybe not. Maybe I didn't do that. Restock nuke. Put it aboard this ship. Fuck, I still can't believe that. I don't think I have anything lined up to stop these missiles. So the Circa is just about to get hit again, and there's nothing we can do about that.
Adamant is taking damage. Atlas is taking damage.
Finally. Okay. We took down a ship, and I think it was one of their Revenants. Man, these other two are gonna wreck our world. Because their guns are mostly on top, they're way below us, and they're just tearing into this ship, the Circuit. This was an expensive fleet with these heavy carriers and whatnot. And, and the dead people, too. That's a concern. Which one can we take down next? Preferably these ones that are just on the edge. We're going to use our assault raptors. There's no outrunning these Revenants. I mean, it's not that they're fast, it's just we're so damn slow with our carriers. Now, at least with this one, I've got its boosters on, which means it can't take damage too well, but it's so far away that's okay. And I almost think that it should break off as best it can. Doing the same thing with the Havoc is the name of this ship, the one that's taking on the nuke. The rest of them are staying in the fight, but it's got a kind of this. It's a shitty proposition. Look how many fighters we have down here. Some of you guys got to come back and defend the fleet. Defend the circuit, really. So we're sending one squadron back. That means we will still have... Alright, this fighter squadron's independent. We'll still have a lot of them out there cleaning up what's left of the Cylon fighters. This independent fighter squadron, he's going to go defend something too. I don't know what their next missile target is. I'm sure they're going to fire another round of missiles. They're going to keep firing at the Circuit until they destroy it. After that, I don't know. I think I'll just throw them on defense on like this ship. That's because it's so close to these other two ships that they'll, in effect, be defending all of those ships as long as they stay together. I want to say that's it. I mean, I can focus fire, I suppose, on that. Man, this ship's in bad shape, too. Especially on the bottom, Commander. So it's got to dive. And it's got to change its posture to defensive. Man, that's in bad shape, too. He'll turn
Understood.
And fire guided missiles at... I think this one. I think he's got a clean shot. No, he might not. Let's fire at the next Revenant.
Missile tubes prepped.
Man, oh man. Okay, I'll focus on the Circuit. I'll also keep these two carriers, this one down here and this one here, within view. Just in the hopes they get destroyed. I want to see it.
Atlas is taking damage.
And the shit.
Adamant is taking
There goes
damage.
one of them. This is too much. That Atlas is not going to be able to handle this anymore. That's the Circuit she's talking about. Her starboard side's been blown to hell. So she can turn around, which is not very maneuverable. Plus they're hitting her bottom, and they're not... I mean, she'll try to dive, but there's not much she can do about that. Yeah, she's just going to squirm. In the hopes that maybe she'll be turning a healthier side to the enemy. This guy's got his nuke. The Havoc has his nuke now. Now it's a matter of who do we want that to be put on. And for sure, it's going to be one of the Revenants. And I think it's going to be that one right there that's got the missiles coming in on it already. Okay.
On it, Commander.
Fire your nuke. And not at him. That'd be a waste of a nuke.
Yes, Commander.
They don't have any fighters in the area capable of intercepting it. It's weird. I've got fighter superiority, but not much else. As for our assault raptors, their primary target was just destroyed, so they're going to hit this other one. Alright, so this time I guess what I want to see is the Circuit. I definitely want to see that nuke come out. Man, this ship's
Hostile unit identified. Atlas is taking damage. Adamant is taking damage.
There goes the nuke. Why do I feel like the fire on the Circuit slackened a little bit? I'm about to check it and see how wrong I am, but... There we go. She's lost all fire control. We can go ahead and start repairing that.
On it, Commander.
She's a lost cause, actually. If she was maneuverable, I'd ram her right the hell into one of those ships. Because I know we're going to lose her. But she don't have guns anymore. That's probably why fire is slackened. They realize that she's not really a threat.
Yes, Commander.
And if this guy could repair her, he would, but at this point, he'll try. He'll try, but it'll be too little too late. Not to sound fatalistic, but it's just how this is gonna go. And the nuke is coming in. The assault raptors are gonna try to take out that light carrier. I'm hoping that this nuke will destroy this revenant. No problem. And the assault raptors are able to take out that, what do they call them? Talon light carrier. And at the same time, I hope the Circuit survives one more round. I hope it survives.
Adamant is taking damage. Atlas is taking damage. Berserk is taking
Just
damage.
lost something.
Missiles incoming!
Not good. The nuclear mission was successful, but the target was not destroyed. The assault raptors still haven't destroyed this Talon, so they're still tied up with it. The Circuit has been destroyed. The only good news about that is they've got ordnance still flying toward it. What else did I lose? Oh, one of the frigates. Was it the Havoc? No, the Havoc's still alive. That was the other frigate. We gotta go. We cannot stay. I don't mean jump away, but I mean we need to create some distance, like, now. Probably start flying lower. We have assault raptors, some of which cannot rearm at this point. Or at least I don't think they can. Our supply ship is still in good shape. Yeah, he could supply them back their guided missiles. Let's do that. The Havoc is... I don't want to say it's a flagship, because honestly the biggest ship now is the Hathor. I don't have much faith in the Hathor. Let's get boosters on with everybody.
Understood.
Like, yeah, we're retreating, kind of. And it's really up to these assault raptors to finish off this Talon. And that nuke didn't do it. It just, ouch. How are my fighter squadrons? They're actually in good shape. That's one upside, is the Revenants can't really target the fighters too well, but... What the hell is this? They've got a freaking base, Cerberus. Yes, Cerberus. Looks like a damn Battlestar to me. Looks, that's an enemy capital ship. Yes. Okay, well, we have fighters out there harassing it, which is nonsense. They need to get back. They need to come back and defend what we have left. Need you to defend everything. I think I just assigned them to defend a fighter squadron. Noah. I don't know if these guys can recall. They cannot, because their carrier has been destroyed. There's nothing left for those fighters. It sucks you can't have them board another ship. For now, they'll just defend that docked Raptor, I guess. Okay. Hyper-focus on this shit. They need to destroy that Talon now.
Berserk is taking damage.
Not going to, are you? Okay. That's the one she mentioned that was taking damage. I mean, we just keep... He's got to repair his hangar bay.
Yes, sir.
And stay low. Get low. They done this ship, the one that kind of went batshit on a Revenant earlier. It needs armor on its starboard side, but otherwise, it's in great shape. If it can just get out of the fight for a moment, get that right side repaired, I could use its guns. Whereas this ship, not so much. It needs too much TLC. The Havoc's still in great shape. Gonna get some missiles. Thank gods, I would say, because
Understood.
they're polytheists. That the supply ship is alive. And then I wonder about our carrier. Like, it's in good shape, but it's obviously not with the rest of the fleet because it's not as quick. My only hope with this stuff is with him breaking off and him being such a meaty target. I said meaty target. The Cylons might split their forces, send one Revenant that way, the other one the other way. Of course, the nuked Revenant, I don't think they're sending it anywhere, really. But the hope is they divide their forces to some extent. And I haven't even mentioned these final two ships, Arachnes. I don't know what that is. That might be another Arachne. It may be nothing, like a Corvette or something. But that's a good ship too. And it's still got a lot of guided missiles. But I'm not even there yet. We gotta get rid of the Revenants. Alright. Gonna focus on this shit again. There. The Assault Raptors did it. Man. So they just lost their other light carrier. Not a big deal for them. But for me, it's kind of like, those were the first two ships I wanted destroyed. Okay, we've got ordnance incoming. Does this ship have an escort at all? Like fighters? Yeah, there's fighters right here. They are attacking the guided missiles, so yes, good deal. Has the Havoc gotten those missiles aboard? Yes, it has. We're out of nukes, but he's got conventional guided missiles, so I don't know.
So say we all.
Just what's happening with the Havoc. I want the supply ship to stop repairing the ship that it is repairing. Oh, it's not. Okay. But it needs to repair the Didun on their starboard side, I think is what yeah.
Launching drones.
Once it's repaired, then we make a move. I don't know what kind of move that is. I feel like the odds are really stacked against me. Only ace in the hole I have, and they haven't performed great so far, is the Assault Raptors. In fact, they've got more guided ordnance, so they're going to fire them at this one. And I want them to hit the top of that ship, I believe. So they're going to climb while they fire. No, really, they want to hit the front. Okay. So actually, let's move them this way. In the hopes we get some lucky hits on the front of that thing. Alright. What do I want to focus on? I guess that. I want to see what they do. That's all port side hits. Oh, good deal. Color me surprised. Their second revenant is down. Okay. Some of these assault raptors need to resupply, and I know that some of them can't. Their carriers are gone. But we'll start recalling them, and we'll see who can't be recalled or whatever. Yep, he can't. And he's almost dead. Well, I don't know what to tell you, pal. Just start heading that way. You're relieved of duty. Can you recall?
Recalling squadron.
3 out of 4 ain't bad. That means 3 out of 4 can heal up, get another payload, and fly back out there. If I can create some distance, and I seem to be doing that, then we might stand a fighting chance. I'm still rather pessimistic about this whole affair. Okay, I don't know what to focus on. I guess nothing. Kind of see where they're directing their fire anyways. They're trying to hit the Atlas. And those missiles are being torn up by our fighter squadron. Hell yeah. That's great. Okay. And they're not done. They intend to shoot down more. What's amazing to me is their flagship over here. One, it's not really engaging. On the other hand, like, it could be shooting at this fighter squadron. What do we have? That's a full fighter squadron. What the hell? What are they doing there? Anyway, my observation was going to be maybe that ship doesn't have any point defense, but yeah, come back and defend some people. And we're going to want to report that, like, accounts for your time. I mean, shit. They're like, why? Is there a battle? Alright. How Star Wars space battles actually goes right here. Though minus the sound. Still looks like a fun game. Star Trek case, I'm biased, but I can't help but agree. I mean, I like Star Wars, don't get me wrong, and I don't have a big issue with Star Trek, although I was never really into Star Trek. Though only watch the original Galactica TV show. Yeah. I mean, we're showing our age there, but I liked the reboot a lot. I was worried to some extent, but the original show, in retrospect, at the time is one thing, but in retrospect, pretty campy, and probably the family friendly aspect. Not to mention just the era in which they did that show. Then again, they did Star Wars in '77, and I'm not saying the haircuts hold up, but But you know when they filmed it, when you see it. You know. Was it Ronald J. Moore who did the reboot? I liked it. I liked that it was like more gritty. And I do appreciate Edward James Olmos. When they hired him to play Commander Adama, he said, I'll do it on a couple conditions. One, you make this a serious story. Like, I'm not trying to do funny looking aliens and stuff like that. And eventually he said that if you bring on some guy in a costume that plays some new alien race that we met, I am going to fake a heart attack while we're rolling. And you can explain it however you want, but I'll kill my character. I just think like I don't know if that's a good problem or a bad problem. I like the end result, but okay. So this Revenant's giving chase. It's still in great fighting condition. The other Revenant I blew up, right? Yeah, the Assault Raptors did that. This thing is a whole nother problem that Assault Raptors are going to have to deal with, and it's going to continually fire missiles in the hopes of destroying the Hathor. I don't think it will, though. I think our fighters will be able to stop it. I'd love to figure out what this is, but I'm not going to interrupt the fighter pilots. They're doing the Lord's work out there. That'll do. Not much else to say, I guess. I should check on the Dun. No, that's not the Dun. That ship's in bad shape. Yeah, the Dun's starting to look a little more battle worthy. It should turn and fight when the when the time comes, if that time comes. In fact, the Havoc. Let's kill the thrusters, get back into offensive posture, and we're playing a long range game. But fire missiles at that. They don't have anything between you and it that could stop those missiles. Shit, we're the ones with vehicles in between. What is he firing at? He's not firing at our bigger ships, is he? I think he's trying to use his big guns on the Assault Raptors, which I guess. I mean, if you're desperate. If he's firing at the fleet, it's highly inaccurate. If he's firing at these guys, it's just not. It's not in the cards, I don't think. I don't think he can issue effective fire there. So the missiles are out. A few of them. This isn't going to change anything. No substantial changes from this, but here goes. Eat shit. Well, that is a harsh word for really not doing that much damage. Wow. So that was 2 squadrons. One of them only had... Yeah, one of them is down to... What, 1 ship? Yeah, 1 single fighter. The other one's got the full complement of fighters, which I don't know how many that is offhand. What, 8 or something? I don't know. They can speed back up now and start running again. Once I think he's vulnerable, I'm turning the big ships into him. I think. I don't know. The Assault Raptors. It's just going to be so prolonged if I send the Assault Raptors to do everything. But I really shouldn't think about expedience. I mean, shit. I'm an hour and a half in. Yeah, I mean, I can take my break. Normally, I'd wait till the end of the battle. But normally the battle doesn't last an hour and a half. There's really nothing to do except keep running, keep healing, and get the Assault Raptors loaded up. Now, maybe, this is a thought, maybe when the Assault Raptors turn back, the Havoc goes back with them, and so too does the Dun. Just to knock them out as soon as possible. And then I can start thinking about these two ships and their freaking flagship over there. Honestly, this guy looks like he's gaining on our carrier. On the Hathor. Maybe not. Maybe not. It's not really showing more damage. It's probably just shooting at the fighters. Okay. Well, I think I'll watch that. Yeah, he's definitely firing at the fighter squadrons. I've never tested a carrier's guns against anything significant that the enemy has. Except for in group formations where I can't really tell what the carrier's doing. No lie, I'm kind of afraid to bring this thing to full stop and broadside. It's just not... It's just a carrier. This is that squadron that no longer has a home. It's one ship. But it's going to attack. Because I'm thinking the pilot's kind of like, I don't care at this point. Everybody I know is dead. So, yeah. Supply ship's going to start falling behind first. That's not good. But hopefully it doesn't get there. Alright. Are our bombers ready yet? No, they're... Okay, they're back aboard. These guys are or aren't back aboard? I can't quite tell. I think they are. No, they're not. What are they doing? Go, land. I think, unfortunately, when I gave this guy the order to attack, he took the order too. Or something, I don't know. For some reason, he didn't get back. And then, where's this one? Just to make sure he didn't get confused. Did he make it back aboard the Hathor? Yes. Okay. Alright. Kill more time. Definitely firing at the Hathor now. Okay. Let's kill the thrusters. We're not getting away. We'll turn our port side to them.
Understood.
And we'll start to dive. I don't know if we'll be able to hit them or not. We'll go into defensive posture, not
All
offensive.
hands on deck.
And he's got 2 fighter squadrons defending it. Also, he better launch his bombers now. Launch assault raptors. Hell, that particular group of assault raptors might go after them. I'm not very confident in this sector of the battle, though, if that makes sense. Like, it's not like I want to scrap it all, but I almost wouldn't mind taking what I can from that and allocating it over here. I really feel like I'm just heading toward a loss here, but we'll see. Unfortunately, I gotta give it more time. Can he fire again? He can. Man, it's really tempting to try to help over there, but I hate to divide my attention. I say that after dividing my forces, but yeah, they're shooting at the supply ship. I bet if the supply ship were to break off, they'd follow it. I'm not saying that's a good thing, but he's so getting outrun, though. This is not very fair to him.
Yes, Commander.
Actually, can it buff its own armor? Deploy plating to yourself. Yeah? Can you? You can't? That's kind of stupid. Okay. We'll just keep deploying plating to the Havoc. Or better yet, no, deploy it to that wounded ship, the one that I really haven't dealt with much this battle. Okay. He'll try to buff up that, so maybe it's worthy in a fight. I still don't have the nerve to turn and fight this thing yet. It's just got too much armor still. Last thing I want to check is... no, the Assault Raptors haven't landed yet. Okay. I need to actually watch the full series of the newer Galactica series to call what I think of it. Yeah, that's true. It looks good, but I was more into Andromeda and Farscape fan. Love Kevin Sorbo. No, right. Understandable. It was worthwhile. I actually have to watch Battlestar again at some point. I'm sure it still holds up, even being damn near... I mean, the reboot's almost 20 years old now, right? I would think. That fire is going to start to become effective. We can't, like... your warships or you're not. I'm pretty sure you're warships. So cut the thrusters. Get into attack posture. And do or die, I guess. And launch those freaking assault raptors. Which, at least launch the ones we can, right? Some of them haven't made it back to their hangar due to some kind of mix-up. Kill the thrusters. Man, this is not good. Putting a frigate up against a Revenant is pretty desperate. Make sure your guns are on him. I believe these ships, honestly, let's take him out of the group. Unassign him from that group. I believe these guys can paint target. I have never done that, so let's do it. As a result, our range should be better on him. This guy will start his turn. He's not looking to engage yet. He still needs some armor. I don't know where though. His port side's in good shape, so maybe he'll turn. He just won't go into offensive mode. All right, and the Raptors are launching out of there for another assault run. As for over here,
Understood.
yep, go get him, I guess, but Keep that fire on. This is not. It's just not good. I hate to be repetitive, but truly feel like we're gonna lose the Hathor as well. We've lost all 3 of our capital ships. Okay. I guess fire your short range missiles. Out of range. Right. Okay. Short range. Carrier's guns are not firing up. What is going on with that? It's no doubt something I overlooked. That's over. That's over. In fact, you guys can forget your attack. We'll pretend that you've got survivors on board and you get the hell out of there. Come defend what's left. I only react that way as soon as I realize that other ship was an Arachne as well. It's just not happening. They've got those forward guns. I don't know every last detail about these ships, but yeah, clearly they've got forward guns. And I bet they're potent. Yep. If it wasn't a critical mission, I could jump away, but I can't. I think that's part of the Admiral at the beginning saying, like, yeah, if you can't do this, you can F off. Well,
Understood.
If you can't do this, you're under arrest, is how she phrased it. Okay, we're no doubt putting fire on this ship. Is it having any effect? Not really.
Understood.
Can you fire missiles again? Not yet. Okay. So we're kind of diving to get down on his level. Because his dorsal guns that's where he keeps the bulk of them. Which is kind of a double-edged sword there because, honestly, he has taken the most damage to his top side. So on the one hand, it's kind of like, so we want to be shooting him from above him. But on the other hand, it's like, no, his fire control is, I don't know, so focused on that.
Atlas is taking damage.
I know, the Atlas is dead. We're going to see it in the background, I think. I thought that was it. Where is the Atlas? Oh, it's over there. Okay, what has changed in terms of this guy? He is starting to show some damage. I don't know what's pounding through his armor. It might be this guy, considering he is above him. And we've got guided missiles ready, and they will hit his top side. We're going to hit him with these short-range missiles as well. And the 2 light carriers are they're already focused on him with their guns. Supply ship. Kind of get behind the light carriers. I'll go look at the Hathor again, but there's nothing to be done. Yep, she's gonna just float out there and blow up.
Atlas is taking damage.
Oh, that's a lot of fire hitting the Havoc. But...
Friendly unit is down.
Yeah, it was the Atlas, right? Hopefully. Yes, it was. There it is in the distance. Poor bastards. Those Arachne-class ships are just a little faster than I thought they might be.
Understood.
I gotta say, the Havoc's really holding its own for only
Yes, sir.
being a frigate. Probably because the Aminet here might be getting the worst of it. I don't know. No, it's not drawing any fire. I actually climb a little bit to stay on his
Understood.
level. Are you getting hit? Nope, not at all.
Yes, Commander.
So he probably is firing at the Havoc.
Yes, Commander.
All right. I wish that was the end of the battle. But it's not. Okay. I am gonna break real quick, use the restroom, and formulate a plan. Why is he out? I don't know. Go defend that. I'm gonna group up everything that I have left. We're gonna try to destroy them with assault raptors and fighters. Still waiting for that flagship to do something. I think it was 2009 when gotcha, when it ended. Yeah, around the same time as the reboot of V ended. Just didn't take off. Not sure for sure. When the network was still called Sci-Fi before they changed it to Sci-Fi. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I forgot about the reboot for V. That's funny. I haven't thought about that for a while. But yeah, they didn't get. Did they get over one season, or did they just network canceled it or some shit? I mean, Galactica. There was no intention for it to be a series. I think it was slated to be a mini series. So they did that pilot episode, which was kind of movie length. I think 2 hours long, and I guess investors loved it. Well, it got good reviews, and so they kept going. They should count themselves lucky that they had this cast for a miniseries, and then it's like, actually, what are you doing over the next however many years, 5-6 years? I'm grateful they finished the reboot of that, but I don't know. Everyone has different opinions on the way it ended. No spoilers, though. Anyways, I will be right back. Thanks for your patience. Apologies. Alright, gave it a minute's worth of thought. We're gonna start moving what remains of the fleet back to the station. I don't know. I don't know about getting in gun range of their flagship, but on the way over, we're gonna repair like crazy if this guy can catch up. No, they'll have to let him catch up. In the meantime, we'll send everything shy of maybe a fighter squadron to set up a screen. So shy of that, we'll send everything against what they have left. Let's see. Let's reassign this guy to Green Squadron. This is that one ship. Is it? Maybe not. Well, it is one ship, but I feel like I'm down a squadron. No, that squadron is over there. Well, he can stay put, actually, then. I think we want to hit. It doesn't matter. Neither one of these ships have really... Well, that one's been slightly damaged. They'll go after him. I think we have a fighter squadron out in that area, too. Yep. You guys can turn back. We're just going to annoy the hell out of them with fighters. Can you recall? You can't. No, of course not. The carriers are both gone. Alright. Main fleet's turning around, though. Slow down as well. Kill the thrusters. Forgot, I must have the music turned down. The V reboot did go for 2 seasons. Though technically, season and a half. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I like the original V, for sure. That was something else. I didn't watch the reboot. I think I was aware of it. I don't know why I didn't watch it, though. Galactica, I was a little bit behind. Like, I was aware of the buzz for it after the miniseries. And then, yeah, I probably started tuning in on, like, episode 3, and so I managed to catch up. And then watch it as it aired. And the missus liked it, too. She's not... I wouldn't say she's not into sci-fi, but it's not her main thing. But yeah, she really enjoyed it.
So say we all.
She still quotes Edward James Olmos from that movie. I won't have it aboard my ship. He won't have anything aboard his ship. Commander, we were thinking about opening up a McD's on deck 3. I won't have it aboard my ship. It's McDonald's. I guess we focus on him. Maybe a little bit of fleet alignment. This is 3 ships, and none of which are really capital ships. I guess technically they are. I just don't really consider them as such. If they win, they're going to be like, you better take that back.
Yes, sir.
Okay, at this rate, I think the supply ship will catch up. Let's cancel deploy plating and start putting plating somewhere else on this ship. Let's get their starboard side patched up. Really lucky that supply ship managed to escape any targeting. I'm surprised, too. The Cylons seem to love to wipe out your support ships. I think they were just so focused on the capital ships. I mean, hell, they took out the flagship first. Um, everything's fine with them. We'll just keep our focus here. This is actually working? And he's out of missiles? I don't know how we know that, but both of those ships are out of missiles. And their flagship has not fired a freaking shot. Though it is moving, okay. Well, honestly, it looks like a carrier. Yeah, it doesn't have any missiles. It never did. It had an assload of fighter squadrons, but we chewed them up. So yeah, it's coming to engage, but I don't know what to expect from it, to be honest. These fighters are about to get some reinforcements. No joke, he's in bad shape. And I'm about to double the amount of fighters that we have on it, and assault raptors. Some of which are still carrying ordnance. Well, okay, one of which. Although there might be 2 in that squadron. 3. I kind of want to save those for that. I didn't realize we'd be making this much headway with our fighter command. They're out of missiles, so I don't need any fighters defending the fleet anymore. Like, everybody go. Seek revenge. This guy needs to cut his thrusters. He could repair his tech bay. Guess I overlooked that. That in mind, let's see if anybody else needs to repair any subsystems. No. Okay, so they'll keep on trucking fire missiles. Probably not at that target, just to be safe.
Missiles
By the
on their
time
way.
the missiles aren't going to get there real quick. And I don't know what kind of shape this ship will be in. It won't be ship shape. Anyway, let's see. I'm kind of surprised. Like, maybe these ships really don't have great point defense. I figured its guns were kind of medium guns, though. Because compared to those Revenant ships that we saw earlier, these don't seem to pack as much a punch. Of course, they make up for that with salvos, with missiles. Okay. Holy shit. Decompressions. She's not going to last much longer. Of course, I don't, what do decompressions matter when you're a robot? But I suppose you could still get sucked out of the thing. Well, there we go. That's it. I bet their fighter carrier over there, again, I don't know much about it. I now know that it doesn't have any missiles, but I bet it does have capable anti-fighter guns. I love that they kept it back. If it was with these two, maybe it'd be a different story right now. Let's see how our repair job is going. Yeah. Cancel. Deploy. Let's fix the rear. Alright, back to this. This thing's done right now, I think. In fact, let's go ahead and order the assault raptors to start attacking this one now. And let's have them fire what remains of their short-range missiles
Commander.
at this one. The regular fighters will finish this off, I think. Unreal. I feel like if I knew that they would be that effective earlier, of course, that's neither here nor there, because earlier the enemy had fighters out. So I guess that kind of swarm action wouldn't have happened. Their flagship's coming, albeit way too late to do anything. Holy shit, alright. Let's swarm them. I mean, again, they might have anti-fighter, but nothing like a gunship or something like that.
Understood. Squadron target is confirmed. Squadron target is confirmed.
Some of these squadrons have no business getting into further action, but I think I'd be remiss not to send them. Nope, you are actually busy. Okay. Fire guided missiles at him. Good deal. Hey, Kriegsman, how you doing? Hey, Reaver. You're the happy Kriegsman. I'm doing well, man. How are you? Hoping things are going well for you. I'm doing well in life. In this particular battle, I'm doing abysmal. I might still win. I don't know how. Because I don't know. Again, I just don't know what all this thing has. It's got guns on its belly. Does it have dorsal guns too? Yeah, about equal. Cannot tell with forward. Unless you're looking at the specs for it, that's all you can do is visually look at it if it's an opposing ship. I guess if it was a colonial ship, I would kind of know because I'm used to playing with them. Alright, get swarmed. I guess we'll see what its point defense systems are like. Maybe it'll kind of have the point defense of, say, that Russian cruiser in the Black Sea, which is, to say, fairly good point defense, but they didn't use it. That would be ideal. I don't know if Cylon's go to sleep, though. It's got heavy guns. That's kind of surprising. I figure since it was a carrier, it would have like a plethora of smaller anti-fighter guns, but nah, it's too attracted to fighters to do that. It's like, fighters are my life. Why would I? You're great. Things are good. Glad to hear it, man. The Discord's still a thing. Seem to have lost the server. Yes, it is. Let me see. Yeah, no, not 7 days. Well, yeah, sure. I guess if it's in a chat, 7 days from now it won't matter, but I believe that link would work. It's my guess. It's funny, I really don't have to do anything, just let the fighters do what they do. kind of assuming they can chew him up after what they did to those missile ships. Yeah, as long as they focus on its front. And meanwhile, I know it's got heavy guns, but these ships, I would say they want to get in the fight now, after everything that has happened to their fleet. Fire-guided missiles
Missile
again.
tubes prepped.
Get into an attack posture for the first
All
time
hands
since
on
you took
deck.
all that damage. And put your guns on it. And the done. Man, all three of these ships, I don't know. They've served well. It's funny, going into this, I didn't care about them, but the ships I cared about got destroyed, so... Supply ship, yeah, you
Yes, sir.
just run away. Not too far, mind you, but go away.
We're gonna hammer the frackers till they can't get back up.
Yeah, we are hammering them. Oh, good deal. I never have luck with Discord. I put a link in my description, not for this video, but for the longest time, like, and I didn't set it to expire. At least one would assume I wouldn't have. And then people would go to use it like months later. They'd be like, "Dude, can you put another link in there?" I can't believe I won this battle. That's insane. Probably shouldn't speak too soon, but the right front and rear are torn to shreds. They're actually taking internal damage now. Yeah, their hull is starting to fall apart. Nice.
Target is 3-4 by 6-2.
We need to actually... Oh, they are firing at this ship. Okay.
Yes,
Let's
Commander.
come about and dive. I want the Havoc to survive. It's really been the hero of this fight, which... The shitty thing about that is, since it's not a capital ship, it doesn't have, like... It doesn't have a promising future. But a last hurrah like this... It's a good thing to retire on, I think. Honestly, if the enemy carrier was firing at it, I don't think it is anymore. I think it's dedicating all of its guns to the fighters. Which you couldn't ask for anything better than that, because it's very ineffective fire. I'm getting the impression, with the size of some of those, I don't know, they look like little laser bolts, but it's all ballistics. But with the size of some of the stuff they're putting out, it looks like it's meant for capital ships. Here we go. The Havoc's opening up on it.
So say we all.
Harken back to the age of tall ships.
Yes, Commander.
Just set ourselves up a line. Getting classical with this. Yeah. He's connecting. Come on. We got missiles. Let's use them. This should be it. I'm thinking the Havoc's not going to get destroyed.
Understood.
But if it does, yeah, it'll be remembered as taking down a much bigger ship. But it didn't, and it wasted some missiles, whatever.
Commander, the area is secured. Admiral Kane is en route with the Libran Marshals.
You may not have held up your end of our negotiation, Commander, but I will still honor mine. The result will not prevent what is to come. The Galactica and its crew, including the Agathon sister, have been returned to the Caprica terminal. Expect resistance, and know that the losses suffered will be yours to reconcile.
Sounded almost threatening. But she's saying, I don't know why I'm giving her gender. If anyone deserves pronouns, robots. Yeah, so the Galactica is coming back. That's good. It'd be nice to get a Jupiter-class Battlestar. And I think I unlocked the blueprints for Jupiter-class Battlestar, so I can build some. Which I will probably do in between missions. They might be. Electric Sheep actually sounds like the name of your first album or something. I don't know, you know? That's on my first album, Electric Sheep. Alright, well, I'm gonna view the replay. Sometimes in these bigger battles, sometimes the replays work, sometimes they don't. I think that's just a core game problem. Well, especially on console, but I'm gonna do that and grab a smoke in the interim. So, for your viewing pleasure, the death of the Thanatos, which was the Battlestar that commanded this fleet, and Commander Barstow, who was prime shit for this fleet. But now everything that gave this fleet distinction is gone. But anyhow, it's still got those ships that survived that were pretty badass. I've said enough. Here we go.
Yellow Squadron is good to go.
Fire control is warmed up and preparing solutions.
Watch your intervals, people.
Escort clearance zone intact. Priority 1 is in safe hands. Set secondary battery. Full attack mode. Fire at will.
Target acquisition is through. Gifting manual control now. Optimizing firing solutions. Been too good. Adjust the stop by 0.1. Fire. Critical damage in sector 3 and 4.
God damn it,
Great.
escort clearance zone is active. Deadlock on command.
It's gonna take more than that. On my tail. Take it down. Take it down.
Sector 6-7.
Flagship is like the first thing to go. It occurs to me, I wonder, like, to the casual viewer, if it's hard to distinguish which ships are which. Like, which ships. Especially this early in the game, where the Cylons are... they're using a preponderance of colonial technology, so the ships are similar. They become much more distinct, obviously, once they embrace their own, whatever you would call that, architecture, naval architecture. Either way, those are Cylon ships.
Incoming!
But the similarities with Battlestars are evident. I think our saving grace was the, for lack of a better word, like aerial dominance, even though air doesn't play into it, but you know, fighter dominance. I don't know what I was looking at there. Okay, that's their last Revenant. Last Revenant sounds like a martial arts. It's funny how those two Cylon ships like turned on a dime as soon as their Revenant was destroyed. These pilots are pissed. Watching all of our big ships go up. So really, revenge was kind of just a foregone conclusion, I guess. I just didn't realize that I had a big enough swarm of fighters to pull that off right there. And then again, and then again. Hells yeah, Zol. Yep. Or no, that's Odd Noble. Odd, how are you? Good to see you, man. I think the Cylons are doing the math at this point. Imagine that's what they're good at. And truly, that ship is a little more representative of Cylon design, where you're getting the kind of star shape happening.
Back up.
It's funny. It's like, I don't know. It's like they're starting to realize, like, oh, we can do better. We can definitely create better ships.
Target is 3-4 by 6-2.
This just took forever. I saw that message, Happy Kriegsman. He said, no chicken with the Cylons tonight on Discord. No, desperate times, desperate measures. Oh, we were getting kind of desperate. Actually, there was a point in this battle where I said, like, if I could ram this carrier into them, I would, but it was a carrier, and it was so bulky and slow that it wouldn't have been able to pull it off. But I did consider it at one point, for sure. And I do remember that. That has happened more than once, though. Our friend, who always wanted to ram ships, like every time? It wasn't you, it was... I know you did do it once, but... Oh, it was Shell. Our late friend Shell. May he rest in peace. He really... Always his go-to was to ram the enemy ships. Well, that fleet is no more. It's a Pyrrhic or a Pyrrhic victory, if I've ever seen one. Thanks, Odd. Yeah, streamed. Took a little break. Back when chat controlled ships. Oh yes, I remember that. That was fun. And in fact, like, I think prior to this, the last time I played, I want to say, Quick Smoke, jumped in and commanded some ships. God, usually I do 2 missions, but usually missions don't last 2 hours and 20 minutes. So I've got like 40 minutes left in the stream. And it's like, can I do a mission in 40 minutes? Or by signing up for one, am I pretty much damning myself to a long stream? Well, I should find out what this number 2 is. I don't mean fecal matter. It's always what I think of with number 2. Yeah, it was war tourism. What's the deal? Major Agathon?
Our Mark is an adrenaline junkie with a history of war tourism. His uncle is a prominent negotiator in the Quorum Chamber and wants this whole thing kept under wraps. Our top priority is extracting the Mark. We'll let the politicians and the tabloids sort out the rest.
The nephew of a Quorum, which is like the Senate, trade coordinator from, was it Ophion? Has been ambushed during an undocumented off-world vacation. Something scandalous. Colonial Fleet's professionalism and discretion will be generously rewarded. This would really put us in good with Vergon. Not that that matters, because we just watched Vergon's fleet get destroyed. It does matter, I suppose. Who would deal with that, though? I mean, BSG-72. Flagship is the Conquistador. I think this might be the fleet for it. Just right offhand, I can tell that this is a veteran fleet. They have one ship among them that hasn't seen any action, but otherwise, all of these ships have been tested. Commanding officers, no joke either. Commander Murray. I actually remember him. Okay. I'm thinking that's the fleet for it. It actually has 2 Battlestars. Although, to be fair, like the Conquistador is a traditional Artemis-class Battlestar. It's like the first type of Battlestar. Exactly like the one from the late 70s show. The Arazu, this is the one that hasn't seen any combat. This is like a state-of-the-art deal. It's a Minerva-class Battlestar, and I've heard it often described as a glass cannon. It can't take much, but boy, can it dish it out. Beyond that, it's got a missile cruiser. Which can certainly be a game changer. Couple frigates, couple carriers. Light carriers. And a support ship. This is the route. This is the group. I'm going to save. And just hope that I can get this wrapped up in short order. Okay. Make the jump to Ophion. Of course, the Cylons get a vote in this, too. If they want to attack me now, that would come first. Oh, by the way, I should start rebuilding ships. After that battle, we're going to need a couple heavy carriers. Yeah, let's start with that. I'll figure out Battlestars later.
Cylon's strike group has been detected.
Okay, where are they trying to attack us at here? Canceron. We have 2 fleets there. One of them is a transport fleet, so not reliable in that regard. The other one is Canceron's fleet.
A fortified colony is under attack.
And 0 chance of casualties. We're not even going to play it. This is the one, right? Yes, it is. Okay, so we'll proceed with this. This is war tourism. Commander Murray. Aboard the Conquistador. Here's the CIC of the Galactica, or of a Jupiter-style ship. It's empty, showing our government at work. The colonial government at work. You can call the CIC, but no one's home, apparently. So Commander Murray has got to get this done quick. And on the heels of that last quote-unquote victory, this needs to be a blowout. Here's the enemy ships. There are 5 of them. That's reasonable. Put the glass cannon over here. I think it's our... Is that our flagship? No, it is... That's right. I must have gone in there and changed that, because that would default to our flagship. But I probably said to myself that, no, we don't want a glass... We don't want the flag officer aboard a glass cannon. Let's do nukes. I didn't get to use too many. I think I used 2 last round. It's time to use nukes to great effect. It's the hope. The cruiser can keep on with its missiles, the frigate missiles. God, honestly, the cruiser could stand to have a nuke as well. Which is... Yeah, actually, we'll give the Minerva guided missiles. We'll give the Astreas. Let's go with that. Give them a nuke and guided missiles. Frigates get guided missiles. Flight carriers don't get anything. And the support ship will carry 1 nuke and 1... well, I don't want to say 1 guided missile, but however many guided missiles you get. These must be big nukes. Anyhow, I think that will work in terms of their loadout. We'll move the supply ship over here. We'll move the light carriers. Actually, they're fine in that little stack there. However, I don't want them to get hit by friendly missiles, so we're going to move the Jolin up. The Tethys move there. We're lower than them. That's good too, because we've got a lot of dorsal guns. Put you back there. That way you don't hit any friendly ships. The flagship, which again is kind of interesting because this ship is more dated than the Arazu. But who can blame the CO for being like, no, I kind of just prefer this ship. Have the Arazu up front. Things are good. That'll work. Go to, Commander Murray. Government at work is a government at rest. I would know. Indeed.
Prepare to jump in 3, 2, 1.
I always liked, well, they'll probably say something here. Hold on.
The tourist's transport is still active and hailing on distress channels. Fucking idiot. What did he expect to find out here?
I forgot we were here for tourists. I forgot we were protecting a ship. I didn't even look to see where it was. But, luckily, I mean, I could have been closer to it. I could have jumped in right around it, it almost seems, but...
Yes, sir.
With a little luck, he'll get his posh ass over to where we are. Tried and true. I mean, yeah, he's probably been on board that ship for a long time. It is definitely more stable. I don't mean to badmouth this class at all, but watch this one. What is it called again? The Arazu. It's probably gonna flex this battle, you know. Might be one of those deals where it's like, why aren't you aboard that? So we need to ID these guys before firing missiles at them. And we are definitely missile heavy. That said, we have ourselves some fighters.
Understood.
They could do that work for us. Oh, well, I guess the missile cruiser does not, but...
Launching Raptors.
Oh, we have Raptors too, okay.
Launching fighters.
I didn't notice that, but that's great, actually. Because they're radar heavy. Dratus heavy, sorry. Otherwise, we'll just stay in formation and leave it to the civilian to get to us. Although, we'll definitely send a fighter escort out to him. Maybe even a Raptor escort. If nothing else, let's make the politician's nephew feel comfortable, right? Let's keep our eyes on that military budget that's up in September. No, but I was about to say before it was called John Glenn International, the Columbus Airport, right on James Road, had a billboard that they were encouraging travel to DC, and so it showed like the skyline of DC, and it said, "Come see our government at work." And then it at the bottom said, "Well, come see our government." And I was like, "That's great." I don't even think that billboard is up for long, but you know, somebody probably said like, "Ah, it's got to come down." But I thought it was hilarious. Okay, so we have fighters out. Let's find our Raptors. Didn't we have two of them? We only have one? We've only got one. Okay. Excuse me. Forget the Raptor escort. Raptor's going to go try to identify these things. He's going to take a little fighter escort with him, I guess. Red Squadron. I don't know. Until they all get separated, I'm just going to send Red Squadron after the same target. They'll get into defense mode in a second. We'll also have this particular squadron peel off to defend the civilian ship. I think that'll do. I don't know what we're sailing into. Looks like a meteor field or some shit. Not meteor field, but asteroids. Civilian ships start climbing and get in amongst our fleet. Oh, what the hell is this? That's a massive fighter squadron. I didn't mean to assign that many people. I guess maybe I had already created Red Squadron, like the last time these people did something. So I will have this guy break out of that squadron. He'll keep defending the transport. The other three might be overkill, but the other three will defend him. Does that leave me anybody defending the fleet? Yes, it does. 2 squadrons. That's fine. That's fine. That's perfect. Let's do it.
Trigger zone detected.
What does that mean, trigger zone detected?
Every single one of our pilots comes home today. Understand?
IFF confirms unit is hostile.
Yeah, we figured. What is it, though? A Minotaur? That's a colonial ship. That's not a Cylon ship. But she confirmed he's hostile, so... So be it, but with all these... Are those asteroids? I don't know. Thing is, with the asteroids, trying to fire a nuke through there is, can kind of be expensive. It might take a few nukes to get through. That said, let's start with a missile cruiser. You know, after all, that's its thing.
Yes, sir.
Fire nuke at the Odin.
So say we all.
Not used to fighting ships with proper names. Okay. There's another Minotaur.
IFF confirms unit is hostile.
And another. You. That's a missile ship, a Ranger class. Same kind that we have. And then there's really only one more that they have to check, and their condition is good. These Minotaurs are not apparently very good at anti-fighter.
Understood.
Also, the Raptors have Marines aboard. If they identify this and still are unscathed, they'll land on the missile ship and threaten it, because that'll disrupt their missile line. I mean, they'll still be able to launch missiles, but things aren't going to be going well if they have to deal with boarders at the same time. So I guess that's the goal. Points to flaming wreckage in the distance. Yep, pretty much. They have a reputation. I haven't had the opportunity to put it to the test too much, but with things like that, you believe it when you hear it. You know, it's like, okay, I'll just be safe. And so we got a nuke out. Can we reload? Get another nuke aboard that ship, please. Restock. Nuke on our Ranger class ship. Yes, please.
Supply Raptors are ready.
Actually, they can fire regular missiles too. Maybe they should have. Let's just do it. In case the nuke doesn't do the trick, I think it will, but I'm not used to fighting colonial ships. No, we can't get a lock on. No way. They're in some kind of nebula or something. Hold on here. This isn't good. I don't think I'm in an area where missiles are going to excel. If this nuke misses, that tells me that we got problems. Because they are a bunch of gunships. The asteroids and the nebula, it's not going to cause any problems for gunships. It will cause problems for guided ordnance, obviously. We're going to have to turn here soon, but I'm not worried about that yet. I just want to see what this nuke does. I'm afraid I know
Fighter
what it's
squadron
doing.
is taking fire.
Come on, hit your target. You're not going to, are you? You're not even. No. It's just off into the wild blue yonder. That's not great. Where's that civilian ship, by the way? Okay, good. He's behind us with an escort. We cannot have a repeat of the last battle, either in length of the fight or just everything going to shit. Let's get the Minerva to climb.
Yes, Commander.
They're not going to do a nuclear job. Instead, they're going to fire regular missiles just to see what happens. In fact, if somebody's in a better position to do that, we'll do it now. Yes. Fire guided missiles. It can't target it.
Understood.
Can target that. This is a Hail Mary. We're going to have the light carriers dive a little bit just to give the flagship some space if it chooses to get out the fireworks. I don't think they have a lock-on range. I truly think it is this. Actually, this will give me the technical name of it. Yeah, he's in nebula cover. So, cannot be target locked, or focus fired. Cannot launch guided munitions. That's not a problem, it's a gunship. And its accuracy is decreased, so I guess that's good. I assume that means His accuracy, yeah, it does. Man. Okay. Well, even though I shouldn't be too concerned about their missiles, I'm still gonna follow through on boarding that ship. Meanwhile, the fighters can break off and head back to defend the fleet. From what, I don't know. I mean, they don't have fighters, they're not missile heavy, they just have guns. I don't mean that to be like, oh, they only have guns. No, I'm still worried about their guns. Some would say that's all they need. I mean, it's a gunship.
So say we all.
But
Yes, Commander.
did we not fire those missiles? Or I haven't taken that turn yet, have I? You can start adding plate. You know what? Add plating to the Minerva. If it's got problems with armor, we can fix that right now.
Drones.
On the other hand, as soon as they come out of that nebula, I guess it's on. I still hate throwing a nuke away, but yeah, our fleet's strong suit is still in play. We just gotta, same as what you're saying in a way, Kriegsman. I mean, while there isn't a limit on the lock-on that I'm aware of, in this particular scenario, I guess, we're hoping for a close-range missile fight. As tacky as that sounds. Meanwhile, there's mines everywhere. And I feel like they keep cropping up. I feel like I'm seeing new ones.
Understood.
Our Raptor can sort of disarm those mines sometimes.
Understood.
Okay, so we got the whole fleet kind of turning toward them. I don't like it, because they're gunships, but this looks like it's out of the nebula. In fact, it is. So, nuke. Answer for everything. Till we're out of them, anyways. Flagship. Nuke it. Destroy it. Do what you do. Who else can fire something? You guys want to fire missiles aboard the Tethys? You like missiles? You got some? Because you can fire them. This is weird because they're human ships, but I can believe this shit. They've totally okayed it. I guess I should be putting myself in offensive posture too to get the most out of the missiles we're firing. It's the same thing there. Offensive posture.
Firing solutions updated.
Okay, we're hitting that thing with 2 salvos of missiles and a nuke. I don't even know if it'll survive the nuke. We're not going to find out quite yet, but we will in a turn or two. Those missiles missed as well. But they're definitely out of it now. I mean, they're out of the nebula. It's a lot of fire coming in. There's our nuke. Obviously, they make it the bright one just to distinguish it. I wish someone had made me the bright one. Let's see. Let's destroy the other one. Another nuclear mission on this ship, provided it's out of the nebula. Okay, make that this ship instead. No, we gotta go for the closest one. And missiles after him too. Again, it may be overkill. It's going to cost us money, but you know what? Saving a quorum member's nephew is going to cost everybody money in the end. Just hazarding the guess. You're not going to miss, are you? Nice! I'll take it. I'll take that. And I don't think this other one's going to... Nope. Those things still seem to have their guidance systems intact, or however one would phrase that. We're not going to hit those mines. Supply ship better, like, scoot a little bit. Get up in there now. There you go. And I guess that's okay. I'm loving these nukes. Can we do another? Yeah, we can. Okay. Let's fire another. I think this is our last one.
Nuclear strike prepared.
This is going to be for science. I'm going to see if one nuke will do it against this particular one. So, the guided missiles. Actually, we'll just hold with the guided missiles. Alright, I gotta see what condition my ships are in. Who's being targeted exactly? Really? They kind of targeted the frigate here? I say kind of, just no, actually they didn't. I don't know who's getting shot. I guess I'll pay attention to that this time, but I'll also keep it on the nuke. Did I break it? Yes. Yeah, you don't like those, do you? That might be the difference between colonial, like regional forces and federal forces. Because, hell, we just got cleared for nukes. And as you can see, I'm embracing it. I'm embracing it. Not even making Putin threats. We're just firing them. And this is going to be the test. Although he's already a little damaged. We'll see what the nuke does. This thing hasn't fired any missiles. Of course, it was in the nebula, so I guess it can. It can now. It looks like it's loaded and ready, but with that in mind, maybe we'll have our missile cruiser fire a salvo at it. If we can hit it.
Yes, Commander.
I don't know. Also, we'll have the Marines come back. It's kind of screwed up. The Marines won't technically come back, but I like to pretend that they do, and that just the damage they did persists or something. Because I don't know why you would leave your Marines on the thing and then fire missiles at it. So yep, we can, I guess, defend for now. I mean, he'll land ultimately. Yeah, the way the game's kind of set up, your Marines boarded. What's gone dark? What happened? Oh, squadron's gone dark. Okay. It's not great, but... So you're not saying one of my capital ships is dead. I'd
So say we all.
be grateful. The Minerva's taking a little damage to the front, which is curious. Makes me think they hit a mine.
So say we all.
She seems to agree. Yeah, it looks like they took splash damage. They even took some damage to their rear, a little to their bottom, which honestly some Neosporin will take care of. So we have more guided ordnance. Who wants it? You are our lucky winner. Loki, probably the flagship. It's the most expensive one they've got. And more missiles for you. And then really it's just our whole fleet versus a gunship. With 8 minutes left in the stream. I don't know if I'm going to nail this, but I'll be pretty damn close. We're out of nukes. It's depressing times aboard the fleet. We need more nukes. Time to play horseshoes with hand grenades. Yeah, with those nebula. That nebula. Would it be those nebula? No, that'd be those nebulae. Which is probably what I was looking for. Those nebulae. Kind of forced us into that. Slash that, make that horseshoes with holy hand grenades. Wow. What was the name of that bunny? It's been a while since I've seen any Monty Python, really.
Yes, Commander.
I guess I need to start just thinking about guns. Just put our guns on them. They might be gunships, but yes, we have guns too.
Action stations ready.
God, that was another great part of Battlestar Galactica, so I
Yes,
hate
Commander.
spoilers, but and it's not too much of a spoiler. Like, if you've watched the old show, you already know that this happens in the story, that the Galactica does find another warship, and it's a far, newer warship. It's the Pegasus. And the Admiral of the Pegasus, she's nuts. But there's one part where I'm rooting for where she does get her ship out of the initial wave of attacks, which allows the Galactica to meet up with it later. But when there's a part where Admiral Adama, James Olmos, he gives a speech to his crew to basically let them know that they are at war. Well, she does the same thing, and hers, I love it. She's like, we may not have something she mentions that the colonial fleet is gone, and she said it is our imperative, because what we to strike back, to retaliate, because what we do have, we have every gun, every man, she just goes down the list of all the raw things that they have, and in a way she's kind of suicidal, because she's like, we will fight. Whereas, most reasonable people are like, let's run. Let's do, at least a fighting retreat. I wish I remembered the line, though. I would say that ship's gone. Okay, colonial traders, you've lost. Any of my ships at risk? They're aiming for the Minerva. It could be fooled into believing that the Minerva was not a glass cannon because it's taking this fire, but yeah, it's taking fire from one gunship. It will fire missiles. It will get into... It's also not on attack posture, but I just changed that, despite the fact that it's under fire. And then turrets on the enemy. Anyone got any missiles? Cruiser, you do.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, it seems kind of haphazard. Watch the Minerva blow up. Nah.
Transport is safe and sound. I think I hear Kane already negotiating our pay raise.
It's okay, Helena. You know what a shitty commander I am? I forgot about the transport. Which, I'm lucky that the Cylons didn't jump in another ship close to the transport, because they do that sometimes. But yeah, I forgot that thing was the reason we were here. Just got so carried away with those nukes and destroying stuff. We did not lose a single ship. I think we did lose a fighter squadron. Yeah, we lost. The Conquistador lost her complement of fighters. No biggie compared to the last one. Oh, but the dead pilots, of course. Birabag, where's Pretty Boy?
Weapons free, prepare for engagement.
Who is Pretty Boy?
Check your solutions before engaging.
Okay, wow, this plays. I know it's going to be short. I'll be right back again.
Every single one of our pilots comes home today. Understand?
Escort clear zone intact. Priority 1 is in safe hands.
Yeah, that's... There you go. That would be pretty cool. The transport. I don't know. I really don't know. But High Command tells me that everything worked out for him, so... That's awesome. He's probably like, these guys were really professional. They were totally radio silent. Didn't give up my position. Like, no, dude, we forgot about you, but... Thanks for pointing out some targets for us. Funny that it was humans. I don't know what the deal was with that. Political enemies, I guess. Some of these colonies effing hate each other. Which is funny, considering that their toy robots are killing them. You would think that would be a unifying factor. But no, people will be people. So we're going to postpone that, because I don't know what it is yet. The name of the mission is Galactica. That should be a hint. I guess it's us getting the Galactica back. And the fleet that's supposed to deal with that doesn't look great, so I'll probably off-stream refit this fleet. I guess it's the Capricorn fleet, and they've been whittled down so much. They've mainly got, what do you call them? Corvettes. We got 4 Corvettes, which is like a small European country's navy. So I don't know that they're going to be cut out for this without some changes. That said, they do have a Battlestar. But yeah, in fact, they've got an extra supply. They've got 2 supply ships. Yeah. Off stream, I'm going to get them in better condition before they get into the fight there. Then we've got another mission, Broken Alliance 8, and that's Herald. I don't know what that is yet. Suffice it to say, I'm going to postpone both of those because there you have it. And I 3 hours 1 minute. I only went 1 minute over, except for my outros. You know, I might be streaming the Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, because my son told me today, when we were playing it, and the one thing I love about the game is, like, he can be doing whatever he wants, and as long as I get to the checkpoint, we're moving on. And like he'll protest every now and then, but trust me, I let the kid play for a long time in a few different levels. But I think it would be fun to stream something with him because tonight he said that. He was like, this is a game we could stream. And I'm like, yeah, that's... some of you may know that he streamed Minecraft. What was that? Like a few weeks ago. I made it a private video, but yeah, so ever since then, he's like, he'll play on his Nintendo Switch and he'll be like, I could stream this. And I tell him, you can't really. I mean, you get a phone and film it, but no, you can't hook up your Switch like that, not a Switch Lite. But this, he knows he can stream, and so I'll probably do that with him as me co-host. Not sure about the licensed music, if that just means demonetization or if they block the video. So I might just do a test with that and see what happens. This is not Sea of Thieves. That is right. Well, that explains why I never got the sales down. Huh. Thank you, Mr. Strontium. Good to see you, by the way. How is Mr. Strontium this evening? He good. I hope he good. Too pure. Yeah. Yeah, he... Kriegsman, he wants to be a star. Kid wants to be on TV. He's awful dramatic, so I'll give him that. But so he looks at streaming as something akin to that. It's funny though. Like he'll say like he wants to be on TV, and we're like, okay, well, let's say give us sad, like your goldfish just died. And he's like, no. I'm like, well, okay, see now that's going to be a problem. You know, these people that hire you are going to need you to cry on demand, and he does cry. You know, anybody that has a kid knows it. But just he gets stubborn. But yeah, I am looking forward to streaming that. Just got to figure out what to do about the music. Anyhow, I think that'll do it. That last battle, I tell you, I thought it was going to be a lot worse. It was a blowout. We ran roughshod over them. But initially, when that nuke lost its bearing, I thought, this is terrible because I've got a missile-heavy fleet here. And these nebulae are just not going to allow for that. And what you would really want in that situation is a gunship. And my enemy has, 4 of them? But hey, it worked. They were dumb enough to come out of the nebula. So good. Good on them. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. You keep us updated on that controller, damn it. I need to see that. Not the controller, but... we need our strong fix. I won't dwell on it. Instead, I'll end the stream. I want to thank everybody that stopped by tonight. Much appreciated. I'll name names. Happy Kriegsman. Happy to hear from you, man. You be well. Take care of yourself, my friend. Mr. Strontium, thanks for saying hi. Odd Noble. Lost Ranger, Quick Smoke, Zool, RP Games, Grayson, and so on and so forth, and Hawk. Thank you all for taking the time. And any of you lurkers out there, thank you as well. As always, this is Automatic for Automatic Games. If you like this kind of thing, there's a button for that. And if you subscribe to this kind of thing, there's a button for that too. Indulge. All right, friends. Have a great evening. I will talk to you soon. Good night.